What is your take or response to the feed that you've received from government and Agri Eastern Cape and / Agri South Africa?
We were very excited when the government, since December, was issuing or giving us feed in the form of lucerne, which means the drought has hit our area severely, and we have been receiving feed from the government since December up to now on intervals. And that feed assisted a lot, more especially in rural areas and villages of Sterkspruit, where the challenge there is land care, where the challenge is overstocking and overgrazing, where the population is growing in numbers and the grazing land is getting decreased or getting little less as people are building houses on that. So we are very excited with that donation. Also, it assisted the government to alleviate or to make sure that these animals that didn't die are being rescued.
President of Agri Eastern Cape.
Okay. Why did you contribute to the donation of drought relief material to the farmers in the area?
Well, what happened was Agri South Africa, which is our mother body, they formed a disaster management task team at the back end of last year. And their sole purpose was to collect funds from the general public and farmers at large. So when we saw how much money was rolling in, we decided at a national level to distribute that money down to provincial level. And each province had to decide what they were going to do and how they were going to use the funding. And that is when we decided to allocate a large portion of that money towards assisting smallholder farmers and communal farmers as well as our commercial farmers.
As farmers, what would you say is the current impact of drought, especially commercial and emerging farmers?
Well, the impact of this drought, I don't think we're going to see it very soon. It's still going to be a long time before we actually feel it. As we know, the prices are starting to move up significantly now. Our concern is food shortages and the escalation in food prices. So we are going to need huge sums of money to rehabilitate agriculture. In the medium term, we're going to be looking at about 12 billion rand just to get agriculture rehabilitated, to make sure that our food producing capacity or our food security does not get affected badly.
What does this donation say in terms of working relationship between emerging farmers who are largely black and commercial farmers who are largely white?
Well, I think the important thing is that we've got to start working together on a united front. And it was our small contribution towards trying to do something like this. And I have spoken to the MEC of the Eastern Cape, who, let me tell you, has been quite marvellous with the way he has assisted not only emerging farmers but commercial farmers as well. And I don't know that there are many other provinces that have done that, and for that we are also equally grateful. So I do think that we've got an advantage in working with him, because he is open to all sorts of advice, and we've just agreed now that we will start working together as a united agricultural front in the Eastern Cape.
MEC, you partnered with Agri Eastern Cape to donate drought relief material to these farmers. How do you think that is going to help farmers, especially in this particular area?
Well, I think this is much needed relief, especially for the farmers in this area, communal farmers in particular. Since November, December, January drought period, I think without the intervention of our own government, without the direct intervention of giving our farmers rain harvesting water tanks, ensuring that hail and lucerne and mineral lakes are provided for farmers, I think the situation could have been far much more worse than we have managed to salvage. And I think in partnering with Agri Eastern Cape through Agri South Africa, which is the mother body, and providing fencing equipment for farmers here, because we also interested to ensure that there is growth in the livestock improvement program. And 308 of such barbed wire, including iron standards, even poles that we have provided for infrastructure development, is quite a remarkable achievement. We are going to target, for instance, this year, close to 13.3 million to ensure that we continue with the infrastructure development, especially in agriculture in this area. But what is needed most, young people must take in interest in this enterprise.
What is your government's commitment towards providing support to farmers, not only to respond to drought, but to access markets and all those opportunities?
Well, that is an initiative that we have taken very seriously to ensure that it can't only be about primary agriculture. We need also to ensure that there is agri-value chain, there is value addition that is taking place, market access, finance, and new models of ensuring that farming is a enterprise, farming is a business. And I think what we have managed to do thus far is to meet with commodity groups differently to ensure that we are also engaging with big buyers, if I may say, to ensure that the offtake agreements are also solidified. And I think it's coming okay in the province of the Eastern Cape. And I suppose it's a matter that we could have unlocked quite long time ago, but I'm quite optimistic. If the farmers are well trained, the farmers are well knowledgeable, there is extension services that is given to them, the advices are quite proper and important for them to turn the communal areas to also becoming much more commercial.
The gesture by commercial agriculture is suggesting a potential for a good relationship between them, government, and emerging farmers. What is your take on that?
This is what we need to strengthen: collaboration, partnership, cooperation between emerging SMME commercial farmers, not only to have this relationship, but to tap from the wisdom of others to ensure that the skills transfer is something that is well facilitated. I met with Mr. Stem, for instance, just to discuss about creating a provincial platform whereupon emerging farmers, commercial farmers, we can have a structured arrangement facilitated by government to ensure that in the province of the Eastern Cape we've got a model that is functioning, and I think it's something that my office is going to facilitate very soon so that we create that platform.